So look who's talking now. If you think babies can only coo or cry, well, hold on to your high chair. Perry Peltz is going to show you some babies who can actually talk to adults. Not in words, but in a language all their own.
All parents want to know what their babies are trying to tell them. What are they thinking? And what do they want? The frustration. Every parent has been there. If they could only tell us. Well, some people say they can.
Yeah, you want more soap? Okay.
This 14-month-old can't say shampoo, but she lets her parents know she wants more of it.
No more soap, that's all.
And you might not think this 10-and-a-half-month-old has milk on her mind, but she does. And here she lets her mom know.
Here you go.
None of these children are hearing impaired, but they are all using a form of sign language. Experts say your babies may not be able to talk, but they sure can communicate.
You hear the birds?
Meet 1.5-year-old Sienna Votri.
Rain, yeah, but today is sunny. No rain today?
It's really amazing. It just feels like a whole world is opening up.
Kim and Alex Votri began introducing signs to Sienna when she was 7 months old. 2 months later, she signed back.
To have her all of a sudden, out of the blue, tell me that she wants to eat, you just see that suddenly this child is capable of communicating her wants and needs. It's as amazing as if a voice had just spoken.
Are you cold? Oh, it's very cold. You look cold.
Scientists have proven that babies understand much more than they're able to say. Speaking is difficult. It requires the development and coordination of dozens of muscles in the face, mouth, and tongue. According to experts, most babies will say their first word between 12 and 13 months of age. But on average, it's not until their second birthday that most children will begin to speak in simple sentences.
Child development researcher Joseph Garcia says you don't have to wait that long. He has spent more than a decade introducing gestures based on American Sign Language to thousands of parents across the country.
Babies go like this all the time. They reach for things. They point at things. What we're doing is offering them a more sophisticated, a more refined system of that gesturing to allow that child to communicate more effectively to the parent.
Based on a small study, Garcia found the optimal time to begin introducing signs is around 8 months, and that on average, a baby will sign back in 4 to 6 weeks.
Eat? Eat more? Yes.
He has written a book called Sign with Your Baby, which offers parents a step-by-step guide.
Initially, at an earlier age of 8 or 9 months, I'd say limit the signs to more, milk, change, eat, just the basic fundamental things that child needs.
Patricia and Eric Osman are using Garcia's method with their 10-and-a-half-month-old twins. They started showing signs to Lars and Hallie at mealtime.
Hallie.
As Garcia recommends, she makes eye contact with the twins.
You want more cheese?
And asks them a question while showing them the gesture.
Okay. Good girl.
Within weeks, their efforts paid off. Hallie was the first to use a sign.
She had woken up and was crying, and I went and I picked her up, and all of a sudden she started frantically doing the milk sign. And I was so excited, and I didn't want Lars to wake up, so we snuck out of the bedroom, and then sure enough, she drank a 6-ounce bottle of milk.
What signs have you seen a baby use that he or she may not have been able to communicate without?
Quite a few things. We have a little baby who the mother says, "Do you want more to eat?" And the child said, "Eat? All gone. All finished." They were telling that they were full.
But Joseph, is that any different than when I feed my baby and my baby turning his or her head away?
Yes.
Aren't I learning the same message?
Yes, you are, but I think there's a difference in the empowerment of the child to know that mode of expression is available to them.
Dr. Kathy Hirsch-Pasek agrees. She is an expert in language development for children ages 0 to 3. We showed her some of our footage, and she told us regardless of what the gestures look like, there is no doubt the twins are using them to communicate.
This is another way to offer tools to young babies so that they can communicate their needs, their wants, and their desires with us. Anything that can do that, I think, is a plus.
The Osmonds say they have already noticed how using a few signs is making a difference.
I think without the use of signs, they tend to be more frustrated. And they may scream or whine or start fussing. Do you want some milk? And the signs give us a way of bypassing that, and they can express themselves just by doing a gesture rather than having to go through a huge fit.
Who knows how to do fish?
And the signing can evolve beyond immediate needs.
Good.
Sienna Votri now uses signs to talk about the things she reads in books.
That's a bear, that's right.
Or sees in the world around her.
What is that? What is that? Oh, the moon, that's right. The cow's jumping over the moon.
Tosh is eating.
Her parents say Sienna, shown here with her 4-year-old brother Tosh,
She wants more.
now uses nearly 60 signs.
Please, why not let babies just be babies? 60 signs, that's a lot. It sounds like it potentially could be something stressful.
I think it's actually less stressful than trying to teach them to understand a word that their mouth isn't even able to form yet.
Was there ever a time when Sienna actually could communicate something to you that was important?
Well, yeah, to me, going into her bedroom at night when she's crying, I want to know what it is that's making her cry. And I remember the time that she signed medicine and she pointed to her teeth because her teeth hurt. And
Come on.
No. And so I gave her some medicine for that.
And if you have any doubts, take a look. Here's Sienna using the medicine sign.
Teeth hurt? Okay, let's get you some medicine.
And after her mom asked, she told us it was time to change her diaper.
Good. Oh, great. Let's go change your diaper.
The Votris also use signs that Sienna has created on her own.
That's Piglet.
Is that your sign for Piglet? You have a sign for Piglet?
And using gestures that parent and baby create together is the premise behind this pilot project for the Oklahoma State Department of Health. It is one of hundreds of programs across the country based on the studies of 2 California psychologists and their book, Baby Signs.
Big Bird.
Diane Weston is one of the group leaders. She and her husband, Rocky, have been using this method with their 16-month-old daughter, Kenley, for about 4 months.
He's brushing his teeth.
They are symbolic gestures or baby signs, and unlike Garcia's method, are not based on American Sign Language.
Fish. Flower.
Some parents might worry that using signs could delay learning to speak, but studies on the baby signs method used by the Oklahoma group show that children who use baby signs speak earlier and have more to say when they do. In a recent follow-up study, 7- and 8-year-olds who used baby signs as infants scored higher on standard IQ tests than those who did not.
You want to look at the book?
Diane Weston says using baby signs has not interfered with Kenley's use of words.
Hot. That is the fire.
She's using more words. She used the sign, then she used the sign with the word, and then she drops the sign and uses the word.
We asked Dr. Hirsch-Pasek what kind of a difference using either of these methods can make.
There will be parents and caregivers who are watching this saying, I'm going to teach my baby immediately to use signs. This is so incredible.
I'm not sure it's incredible in the sense that they'll be any smarter. I don't think that it will get them their natural degree to Harvard University or to the grad school at Yale. However, I think that parents who are willing to sign with young children are also parents who are willing to be more sensitive to what their children are saying, who want to engage more in conversation. And in that sense, bonding breeds better language development.
Fathers like Alex Votri told us using signs allowed them to feel more comfortable with their babies.
More for you? You want more? It's just fun. It's great to be able to relate with her already. I remember with Tosh at an early age, he's fun, but I can't wait until he can tell me this. I can't wait until he says this. I can't wait till we can talk. So now I'm getting that already with Sienna, so that's nice.